Alright, now we're going to go ahead and come back out with our sabers. We're going to get started on saber. We've been working on the second half, and in the earlier advanced class we got to add the last 5 closing motions. I believe it's about 5 closing motions. So we're going to go ahead and run, present to present, and you'll understand what I mean in a second. The moves that we begin and end with will be exactly the same, pretty much. So we're going to go from present to present, and then after the second is the last 5 closing motions, and we'll do those today. Now, so we're going to present as if we did our first set of double front jump kick and spinning crescent kicks. So we're here, we're going to cross and press down. Step forward to a cat and block up. Open the arms, cut up. Roll and lift the left knee. Step and strike. Block and shift. Step back. Pressing. Step even and block. Open and pivot and slice. Cross at the waist. Press. Kick and strike. Shift and block. Cross behind and cut up. Step forward and press. Roll, lift the left knee. Now we're going to double step for an attack. Boom, boom, thrust, shift back and press. Clear the blade. Block and pivot. Step back with the left, pivot, step forward, cutting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pressing for 10. Double front. Pressing. Cut and present. Video. Okay. Follow Wesley one time, and then we're going to do it a couple more times together. We're going to try to break a couple of those motions down, especially the double front jump kick and the crescent kick, because we didn't spend much time on those by themselves. And then we'll get right back to the brand new 5, the closing 5. Okay, now we're going to do it one more time together. I'm going to give you an opportunity to try those on your own, and then we'll do the last 5. Together. Now, we're going to set our saber down for a second and try to break down this double front jump kick crescent. So the double front we got, because we did it twice earlier in the set, actually 3 times as of now. That crescent kick transition isn't always as easy for everyone. Essentially, you have to tuck. Tuck meaning bring the knees in and curl in the air, right? The more you can tuck, the easier this move is, which means you have to develop a strong core. don't skip out on your bicycle crunches. Okay, now, when we do our double front jump kick, we double front jump kick, we lift the left, throw the right. Now that the right is up, if we want to get a smooth transition into the next strike, first thing we have to do is get our waist turned. So we're going to lift, jumping off of the left, and turn and land on the right. When we land on the right, we're going to be tucked already because we expect to jump off of the right. So we're going to go up, trade, right? Once we get here, I'm tucked. The next thing is to jump and turn for my crescent, right? So we did our double front, boom, we're going to turn and trade. From this point, lifting, wow, and sliding out. Striking the hand helps stop the kick because you're imitating hitting a target. So assuming you hit something really hard, you're not necessarily going to power through that with a crescent kick, even though it's spinning and even though it's a powerful one. It may still bounce, and it's good not to injure yourself trying to force a crescent kick to completion or follow through after striking a target. So strike the target and go ahead and bounce off. That's the point of the hand. It helps strike that pose. Okay, so let's try it again. After we do our double front, boom. I'm doing a bad one because we're really not focused on that. We're focused on transition. And we're going to switch. We're tucking. As soon as we switch, I tuck, right? Kick, boom, tuck, boom. And then you can come out. Because you tucked here, you're turning at this angle. It's easier to get a nice high kick. You've taken yourself off of a a vertical plane, and you kind of put on a diagonal one. So you can catch up high and then land. Because essentially, I just twisted in the air because this is the same angle that I was turned in when I tucked. And I landed in it. All right, so let's give it a try one more time. So we got our right foot. Let me do it in front of you. So you do it towards the screen. So I got my right foot, block, I'm going to jump, switch, wow, don't fall. Feet together. All right, give that a try on your own. If you can only remember the front, double front, do the double front, go. All right, now, we've done those. We've gone over the kicks. We've gone over that section. Now I want to go over these last 5, which also require some jumping. But they also require the jumps require a setup for comfort, right? So we can turn around correctly. If you feel like it's hard to do, it is. And if you feel like you may hurt yourself doing it, then slow down, go through each of the steps. Don't rush it, trying to do it fast, right? So make sure you go doing each of the steps. So from here, we just did our present, we just did our fancy kicks, we just landed, we just brought the saber out, boom. Now we're going to cut out, same way we did before, but instead of crossing behind, because that form is ending, we're going to cut and do kind of like that ball change I was telling you about. Instead of going this way, though, we're going to turn. 1, 2. Exactly. In addition, we're going to add a cut. So here, 1 circle, but we don't switch the feet until the sword has reached the full extent of its slice, right? So once my shoulder has gone as far as it can, and I don't mean overextend intentionally, I mean as far as it can go naturally, and I turn the saber over for natural motion, that's when my feet unstick. So as soon as before the sword flicks, my feet unstick, I'm scoot away. So I'm going to cut switch, down, right? I want to present the blade, I want it to be seen, I don't want to cut out, so I present it like slicing, boom. Now from there, I'm going to come out of that. It's only that I come out and I'm in this awkward dragon stance for a second. So I'm here, I come up, and I pivot this left foot and bring my saber in. I'm going to bring the right foot in so that I can cut. Same thing as before, the cut turned me. I want to cut fully and then switch the feet. 1, 2, turning around. I'm going to cut back or straight down and present my palm. I'm going to open the palm, flip the blade over, bring it over the head, and place it in the palm where we had it. Block back, block forward with the knee up, step, feet together. And that's the end. That might have been more than 5, it might have been like 7, but that's the end of the set, okay? So, let's try those again. This is just a preview for next class. Next class we'll get to break these down and go over them and do one by one and things like that. So I want you to cut out, cut, once they're here, switch the feet, overhead, present blade, pivot the left foot in, lift the right, cut, stand right, left, present. Flip sword, open palm, over, block 1, forward 2, feet together,